For decades, Colorado's political establishment was defined by stability. Incumbents held their seats, and party lines remained rigid. But in 2026, that foundation is fracturing. The defining shock occurred in Congressional District 1. Diana DeGette, a senior Democrat who had held her seat for 15 terms, lost her primary to a 28-year-old challenger named Millette Quiros. This chart compares the historical incumbency advantage against the insurgent spike for Quiros, overcoming decades of institutional backing. Converting this data into a map of Denver reveals the upset's driver. Key urban zones saw a massive influx of progressive voters moving against the establishment. Reporting on these rapid shifts puts immense strain on local newsrooms. As journalists cover fast-moving campaigns, they must simultaneously battle a surge in election-related misinformation. A 15-term veteran losing to a challenger 3 decades her junior suggests that the traditional incumbency advantage is no longer a political certainty. In Denver, the primary has transitioned from a routine confirmation into an active institutional overhaul. Looking at the Colorado state capitol, it becomes apparent that the disruption in Denver is echoing across the statewide political map. In the race for Secretary of State, Jefferson County Clerk Amanda Gonzalez secured a decisive victory over veteran state legislators. This data visualization shows the numerical strength of that win. When the Associated Press officially called the race, Gonzalez had built a lead of 25.8 percentage points. Results varied where the challenger base remained divided. In the 3rd Congressional District, a fractured field of primary challengers split the vote, which allowed Republican incumbent Jeff Hurd to survive his primary challenge. Meanwhile, in the 5th District, centered on Colorado Springs, Jessica Killen captured the Democratic nomination, securing a win for a candidate running outside the traditional hierarchy. The results from these diverse districts share a common driver. High primary turnout among a polarized electorate is allowing voters to bypass party gatekeepers, regardless of a region's traditional leanings. Large-scale voter shifts rely on the distribution of verified information. To navigate a landscape of conflicting claims, voters depend on a pipeline of authenticated facts. Veteran broadcaster Judy Woodruff recently addressed this vulnerability. Speaking at the Vail Symposium, she detailed the fragile state of modern journalism and the difficulty of keeping the public accurately informed. Judy Woodruff understands information during a crisis. She reported from the front lines during the assassination attempt on President Ronald Reagan in 1981, documenting facts when the public needed them most. That commitment to verification continues at the local level. Community institutions like the Vail Daily are currently marking 45 years of continuous publishing, covering everything from local boards to federal primaries. These localized outlets serve as a critical verification layer. They vet candidates and document debates, ensuring details of a community-level race are authenticated before voters head to the polls. A functioning independent press acts as a structural defending to derail democratic elections. Navigating the 2026 political landscape requires news literacy. It is the core nonpartisan skill of discerning fact-based reporting from opinion and conjecture. Pulitzer-winning journalist Peter Eisler has emphasized that people cannot make good decisions without good information. The primary outcomes in Denver and Jefferson County reflect an electorate that researched the ballot and verified the claims. As the primary cycle concludes, the media apparatus is shifting its focus to the general election. The margins will likely tighten, and the volume of conflicting information will increase. You can access the verified data for these races yourself. Scan this code to check the final official vote tallies on our election portal. The Disruption of the Political Old Guard was authored by an informed public. The power of an electorate scales directly with its ability to discern the truth.